Hey there, heretics of the joystick and rebels of the pixel realm. Welcome back to Heresy Arcade, your sanctuary for the wildest, weirdest, and most wondrous top 10s on gaming. Today, we're tearing through 15 brand new indie games of 2025 that absolutely deserve a spot on your radar. From rhythm-based demon slaying to peaceful tea brewing with a dark secret, this year has already dropped some absolute bangers.
The rift brought us all here, wherever here is.
1. Rift of the NecroDancer. The beat is back, but with a twist. Rift of the NecroDancer is a spin-off from the critically acclaimed Crypt of the NecroDancer series, but this time it's leaning into rhythm-based combat arenas and boss battles rather than dungeon crawling. Think Guitar Hero meets Street Fighter, with thumping beats that guide every slash, block, and dodge. It's got that classic charm and challenge you'd expect, but with an overhauled style and fresh gameplay loop. With new characters, a slick art direction, and a pumping original soundtrack, this is a pulse-pounding love letter to rhythm action fans. Play it on PC or Switch, and prepare to move. Literally. 2. Pipistrello and the Cursed Yoyo. Yes, you heard that right. It's a yo-yo-centric Metroidvania, and it's every bit as chaotic and charming as that sounds. You play as Pipistrello, a spunky little bat-wielding cursed yo-yo that doubles as your primary mode of attack, traversal, and puzzle solving. It's dripping with pixel art style and filled with vertically and momentum-based mechanics. The game feels like Celeste and Shovel Knight had a caffeinated baby who won't stop spinning. With smart level design, quirky NPCs, and boss battles that actually require mastery of your momentum, this one's a hidden gem for action platformer lovers. It came out in late May, so grab it now on all platforms. 3. Centum. Looking for something cerebral and atmospheric? Centum is a slow-burn point-and-click psychological thriller that oozes surrealism and suspense. Set in a cold, dreamlike world, you're trapped in a sterile facility, forced to answer 100 cryptic questions to unlock your freedom. But each choice ripples into bizarre and often disturbing consequences. This isn't just a puzzle game. It's a psychological deep dive into morality, logic, and identity, with a haunting art style reminiscent of Inside and Pony Island. Centum will crawl into your brain and hang out there for a while. If you like your indies a little unnerving, don't miss this one. 4. Nubby's Number Factory. This one's pure madness in the best way possible. Nubby's Number Factory is a math-themed roguelike with plinko mechanics, randomized chaos, and a surprising amount of strategy. You're feeding numbers into bizarre machines, trying to maximize combos and avoid catastrophic overloads, all while Nubby, a cheeky AI blob, heckles you. It's like Peggle, dicey dungeons, and an evil calculator had a party. With each run, you learn more about manipulating math mechanics to break the system, turning subtraction into nuclear fireballs and multiplication into wormholes. It's weird, it's wild, and somehow it's one of the most addictive things I've played this year. 5. A game about digging a hole. Simple name. Big surprise. This deceptively lo-fi sim had one goal: dig a hole, and turned it into a hilarious existential spiral. You dig. You find things. Sometimes it's treasure. Sometimes it's weird. You sell, upgrade, and dig deeper. That's it. But somehow it becomes a story about ambition, futility, and the endless void of purpose. It's oddly meditative, the humor is dry and meta, the upgrade's absurd, and the visual style feels like early Flash games on Newgrounds, but with smart, layered design hiding underneath. It's the kind of game you boot up as a joke, and then look up 3 hours later still digging. 6. Bionic Bay. Imagine Celeste fused with Gravity Rush and wrapped in a melancholic sci-fi tale. Welcome to Bionic Bay. It's a 2D platformer with tight physics, stunning pixel art, and a fascinating mechanic where you can swap places with objects to solve puzzles and reach impossible heights. Think teleportation meets momentum conservation. The story is minimal but emotional, told through subtle environmental cues. The challenge ramps up fast, demanding real mastery of its mechanics. If you're craving a tough but fair platforming experience with unique twists, Bionic Bay is a must. Released in April, and it's already turning heads in the speedrun community.
Let's say hello to Jimbo. He's just a joker. In any other game, he's left out the deck and has no value.
7. Balatro. It's poker, but it's also a roguelike. Wait, don't run. Balatro is one of the most creative deck builders in years. You're building actual poker hands, but with wild modifiers, jokers, and combos that break the game in the most satisfying ways possible. It's chaotic, strategic, and wildly addictive. You'll start just trying to make a flush, but end up crafting meta-breaking synergies where face cards become bombs and straights double as score multipliers. The art is slick, the pacing snappy, and it's dangerously easy to lose hours chasing the perfect run. Whether you love card games or not, Balatro is a royal flush.
Wake up, sleeper. We're in trouble. Lane's closing in, and we need this next contract to go right.
8. Citizen Sleeper 2, Starward Vector. The Sleeper has awakened again, and it's even more compelling than the original. Citizen Sleeper 2 Starward Vector builds on the tabletop-inspired mechanics of the first game, with deeper world building, more freedom, and a fresh spacefaring narrative that puts your choices front and center. This time, you're on the run with your own stolen ship, trying to survive in a fractured star system. It's all about dice rolls, time management, and heavy moral choices. Every cycle counts. Every ally you gain, or lose, feels like a knife twist. If you love Disco Elysium or Pentiment, this should be on your radar. It's slow, smart, and emotionally devastating in the best possible way. This one's a storytelling masterclass. 9. Hyperlight Breaker. Forget the top-down action of Hyperlight Drifter. Hyperlight Breaker throws you into a vibrant 3D world with roguelite structure and co-op exploration. You are diving into the overgrowth, an ever-shifting biome packed with secrets, corrupted enemies, and glowing neon beauty. It's fluid, fast-paced, and atmospheric as hell. The weapon and upgrade systems are robust, and the art direction? Absolutely sublime. Developer Heart Machine continues to prove they're masters of style and substance. Whether solo or in co-op, Breaker brings an addictive blend of combat, traversal, and haunting lore that'll hook you from the first run. Helskate. It's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater meets Hades, and it's as wild as it sounds. Helskate throws you into a hellish arena where skate tricks and combat are one and the same. Grind to dodge, flip into attacks, and chain combos to obliterate demonic foes. It's stylish, fast, and absurdly fun. This isn't just a gimmick. There's depth. Weapon upgrades, movement tech, and enemy patterns all intertwine into a skate-fueled ballet of destruction. The soundtrack absolutely shreds, and the visuals blend punk rock grit with supernatural flair. It's pure chaos on 4 wheels, and we're here for every second of it. Morsels. Morsels is your cozy, cute comfort food game. Literally, you collect and care for little critters, called morsels, in a roguelike world filled with food-themed regions, mysterious ingredients, and surprisingly emotional moments. It mixes light farming, crafting, and pet raising with a procedurally generated world full of flavor. But don't be fooled by its soft look. This game has layers. Think Slay the Spire meets Ooblets. Every run feels different, with meaningful decisions, branching upgrades, and enemies that will test your squad's synergy. It's the kind of game that feels like a warm bowl of soup, right before it punches you in the face with a spice bomb.
I'm not meant to be here. I'm a fighter. I'm meant to be in the arena, in combat. But instead, I'm out here in the middle of the woods, running a tea shop.
12. Wanderstop. At first glance, Wanderstop looks like a cozy tea-making sim. You run a peaceful roadside tea house in a mystical forest, brewing drinks for weary travelers. But as the days pass, you realize something isn't quite right. There's a mystery bubbling beneath the surface, and your character's past keeps catching up. Made by the creators of the Stanley Parable and the Beginner's Guide, Wanderstop is deceptively simple on the outside, but profoundly philosophical within. It asks questions about routine, healing, and identity. It's slow, thoughtful, and occasionally surreal. A must-play if you want a quiet game that leaves a loud impact. 13. The Stone of Madness. Stealth, strategy, and sanity collide in the Stone of Madness, set in an 18th century monastery-turned asylum. This game tasks you with escaping a twisted labyrinth using 5 patients, each with their own mental affliction and abilities. You'll need to switch between them, solve puzzles, and avoid detection in this gothic nightmare. It's like Commandos meets Amnesia, with psychological horror laced into its very mechanics. The game explores mental illness with care and grit, and every escape attempt tells a new tale of desperation. Atmospheric and ambitious, this is a stealth game that dares to be different, and largely nails it. (14) Toem 2. The charming black and white photography adventure returns. Toem 2 picks up where the original left off, sending you to new regions packed with quirky characters, scenic views, and moments begging to be captured through your camera lens. It's lighthearted, non-violent, and bursting with creativity. This sequel doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it expands on everything fans loved. More tools, more interactions, and even co-op missions. It's wholesome, fun, and filled with that rare, warm energy that makes you smile just by playing. A perfect palate cleanser after darker or heavier games. 15. Sword of the Sea. From the art director behind Journey and Abzu comes Sword of the Sea, a serene and surreal surfing adventure that transforms movement into meditation. You control a hover sword. Yes, really, gliding across shifting sands and ancient ruins to awaken a dead world. The vibe is pure awe. It's not combat heavy, it's experience driven. The real thrill is in the flow, carving massive dunes, discovering forgotten temples, and riding colossal waves through sky chasms. It's poetry in motion. Sword of the Sea drops later this summer, but early previews have been glowing, and we're counting the days. Whew, what a ride! 2025 is already proving to be a golden age for indie games, and we're only halfway through the year. Let us know in the comments which one of these you're diving into next, or if we missed an under-the-radar banger. Don't forget to like, sub, and ring the heretical notification bell so you don't miss the next drop. This is Heresy Arcade, signing off.